Hello, everyone, and
Hi,
welcome.
everybody.
Welcome, as always, to Ludo History. And I'm seeing lots of people from Sophie's community, so welcome. To everyone from my community, also welcome. And to Juicy and Cryptic, who just followed, an extra welcome.
Yes, thank you for following Ludo.
Exactly. We have the combination of the two greatest history communities on Twitch, which is
hmm
awesome because Sophie here is the largest historical streamer on Twitch. Uh, it's true. You, I
Yeah,
know.
I guess so.
By any metric, it is true. Uh,
hmm
and so we're gonna have a really freaking excellent conversation today.
Yes, we are. Yes,
So
we are. I'm excited.
I know. I am so excited. Uh, we'll be playing New World, or I'll be playing New World. Well, we laugh at it a lot because it has not gotten better soon. But for the next little bit here, I just want to give you a chance to sort of introduce yourself and we can have a little bit of a conversation before we get rolling in. So, yeah. Do you want to
Yeah,
introduce yourself more fully here?
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I am a historical content creator on Twitch. That's my main area. And I focus on co-learning on my stream. So it's basically live research as well as gaming with historical based games. And the whole idea of it is just curiosity, exploration, and a sharing of knowledge on my stream. And that is the crux of my channel, SophieQuests, and my community, the archive on Twitch. Yeah. Thank you for having me on
Of
your stream
course.
today. I
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
So, the first thing I want to ask you is like in a lot of your promotional stuff, you talk about paving the way for co-learning on Twitch, as I think the
Mm-hmm.
exact phrasing you're
Yeah.
using. Uh, but I'm really curious, like when you say co-learning, what's kind of
Mm-hmm.
your thought process with that?
Well, I kind of came across this community that we're studying together on Twitch, and like the streamer were like is just completely silent the whole time, and I was like, I'm basically doing this, but we're discussing everything that we are researching and studying openly. And the whole ethos of my stream, my community, is like this um, co learning experience. We are all approaching it kind of like when you're in a university, if you do go to have been to university, it's like a tutorial discussion, like the discussion sections where you get to explore concepts and like events in history together as a group, discuss it openly. And like that for me was like my favorite moment of studying in studying history. So like this co-learning kind of concept is exactly what I'm doing. Like I've brought that from my past, and I brought that into the whole ethos of the channel of sharing knowledge and learning things together. And, you know, I'm not the teacher kind of thing, but I'm like there with you. I'm sitting next to you and we are, yeah, discussing history together.
Awesome. That
hmm
is super cool. Uh,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I love the idea that right, the you're really taking advantage of this immediacy that Twitch gives us that really no other
hmm
platform does. And you're using that to actually, get to talk and interact with other viewers, but also learn from them as much as learning or teaching them.
Yes, exactly. And you would experience that too on your stream, right? Um,
Definitely.
uh, you and that is the beauty of streaming on Twitch. There is a vast array of people, diversity of like diversity of people, different backgrounds, different opinions, and their own collection of knowledge over their lives. And um, we have this amazing opportunity to engage with people that are interested in history, or maybe not even have a background with history, that are curious. And yeah, that is the beauty of what we can do on Twitch with that.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, just some of the community members are either past or future guests in this very series from my end. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but also we've got like someone who isn't able to join us for the on audio because he's in Indonesia, but is like an
Yeah.
expert in like so many things. And
Amazing.
AC Esquire, if and when he shows up, is
Yeah.
like one of my favorite people. Because right, I was just like playing. I was playing the Pathless on Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
he noticed something and like immediately clocked it as Balinese.
Oh wow.
Because he's from
I
Indonesia.
love that. Yes, Indonesian history. Oh my goodness, so rich, so dense. I would just love to dive
I
into
know.
that. Like,
There's
it's amazing. Also, like I can bounce off that because like, yes, like I get you. Like we have community members that are like, for example, my moderator is a lecturer in New York.
Goddamn.
She is a doctor. Yes, and she is my mod for my Twitch stream. Like,
amazing.
and yeah, amazing. And then I also have a beautiful viewer who is like a veteran, lives in England. He just is a huge like history enthusiast, and he just dives into everything so willingly, and it's just beautiful to see. Just like just so he's just so many different backgrounds, and like just how much we can all come together and share like our love for history, which you would see as well.
Exactly, right? Because, I mean, I have a lot of years of experience in my subject, and it is
Yeah.
very much just my one subject that I have
Yeah.
really feel confident as an expert on, which is
Mm-hmm.
truly.
Is it the Middle Ages?
It happens to be the Vikings specifically,
Vikings, yes.
but yes, right. I'm a medievalist by training. It's what I do, and the only thing I really feel good talking about. But like, even recently, right, I've been putting off doing the Mongol campaign of Age of Empires 4 because I'm like, I need to learn this more. I don't know enough about this yet to feel good trying to approach this game.
Yes.
Is that a problem you come up with a bunch?
See, this is how we differ. And I love that. When I came to Twitch, like, that was my idea. It was like, I had just finished my honors thesis. I had first class in logistical reconstructions of evacuations in history.
Oh my god, that sounds
And-
awesome.
Yes, super. It was like you would use like Google Earth and like, yeah, digital tools to reconstruct the past. And so naturally it would progress into Twitch for me. But basically I had this very narrow just like expertise in history, like understanding of this specific part of history. And I was like, Odyssey had just come out, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I was like, I am going to stream this on Twitch. COVID came about and I had the opportunity to go into masters and do my PhD, and COVID outbreak happened.
Yep.
Everything was shaky for a lot of people, and I was like, just do it. Like, just go stream Odyssey, talk about what you know, and teach people about what you know about classical Greece. And I did that, and that's where it just like all kind of sprung from for me. And then so we have like, so I feel like you are so intelligent, Ludo, and we like our community have just been loving like what you've been able to provide to us over on our channel. And yeah, so now, for example, you are approaching this Mongol game, right? Mongol history.
Yeah.
Is it Mongol history? Sorry, or did you say Mughal?
No,
Sorry.
It's the Mongol campaign in Age of
A
Empires
Mongol
4.
command.
So,
Okay, yes.
like, they're starting with
So-
the Battle of the Kalka River, I believe, against the Rus. But it's like, it's the right time period. It's the same time period as I know about,
Yeah.
but it's the wrong end of Europe. And I'm just like,
Yes.
I got
Yeah.
nothing.
That's good because you probably know the sources probably, and then you can like, go from there. This is an interesting part for us to discuss because it's like your approach is I'm gonna research this game, and this is like exactly what I wish I could do. Like research the game, and then I'm gonna bring what I know, and then you're gonna discuss that with your community as well. And I love that. And then like, so the difference between us would be like, I would just jump straight into the game and I research it live, and then I rely on my community to help me understand the game and like understand the history. What is this game trying to tell me about this history?
Exactly.
And you would do the same. So I just love that we've been able to come together, and like I think it's really, really cool how we've both approached it. Like, yeah.
It's super cool, and I mean the thing I love about it is, right, I try and research things ahead of time so I'm not going in totally blind, because I definitely feel that pressure, right? I feel that pressure as a content creator of, oh, I have a platform, I have some semblance of authority, people trust me in some way, I need to live up to that.
Yes.
But at the same time, the thing I love about games so much is that they will always surprise you.
Yeah.
Like, unless if it's a very short game that you have played through and made extensive notes on, there is something in that game that you are not going to expect, and you'll just be like, what happened? Excuse me? And then you have to kind of look it up and figure out together, live, then and there.
Yes.
Even if you're just talking about the game and strictly what the game has, it's like there's so much potential for games to do surprising, interesting things. And unless if you're very unlucky, the games will always give you something to work with.
Yeah, I mean, there's no perfect historical game out there. And I think that, I mean, as much as we want games to represent history in the most accurate sense or the most politically aware sense, we're probably not going to get that unless you have like a team of historians working on games, which would be an amazing job.
True.
But yeah, luckily we can work off that, and that's also a very big benefit of streaming historical games. You get to critically come to it with your community and ask questions, and yeah, I think that's really important to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the one time I really succeeded doing it otherwise was the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Discovery Tour. Right, was the one time I think I have really succeeded at the idea of, oh, I will know everything going in and be able to just present that and provide a really useful elaboration. And that took 9 goddamn hours.
Yes, Discovery Tour was amazing. I think that's what inspired me as well, like with streaming. I was like, I went in with Discovery Tour, and then like the little quizzes at the end, I would quiz the chat and stuff. But have you started playing Valhalla's Discovery Tour?
Yeah, that was the one I did, was the... Right, the day it came out, Ubisoft actually gave me advanced access to it, which was shocking.
Oh my god.
Was truly shocking. So I got a week before launch to just play through it and take notes. And so I wound up with about 15 pages of notes. And I did a full Let's Play the day it launched.
Whoa.
And it was wild.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just like a little side note. I thought it was coming out in like, I think it was the middle of last year. I had thought it was coming out. I literally set up my stream. I was like excited. I like told everyone, Discovery 2 is coming out tomorrow. We're gonna like get straight into it. And then like I start the stream, and then I have one person in the chat be like, it's like not out until like the end of the year. And I'm like, oh my god, how did I do this? Like I just had to hyped it up so much for myself. I just like believed it was coming out that week.
It was almost worth the hype though.
Yeah,
it's
is it
real
worth
good.
the hype?
Okay. Except for when it talks about religion, it is really good.
Oh, religion, yes.
Christianity does fine on, but pre-Christian religions of the North, Not
Oh
good.
no.
No, not good.
Oh, I mean, yikes. I mean, that's what the whole game is about. It's like you're seeing like this the Vikings kind of like not come into contact, but like kind of like are going through a period of like transitioning into like Christian belief, and I don't know. I think that's interesting that they have represented the majority of that religion as being like a Christian faith. So
Yeah.
I mean, it also comes to the sources. I see that they definitely heavily I mean, with the creative director, he was like, oh, you know, there's not a lot of sources to go off, so we kind of leapt off that. And I was like, okay, we'll see what you do. See what you do with that.
Which is mostly turned out okay, though they made some bad choices. But right, I've had some really productive conversations with Maxime Durand through that, so it was fine, right? I think overall there was a really good job. I really did push the border of what historical games can be, because like as you said, right, no games are going to be truly perfectly historical, but
No.
I think I'd be curious to get your thought on this. What do you think the potential? Where do you think that limit is? Right? How historical do you think they can really get? And is that a useful criteria to try and hold games to?
I think that it is important to have historical accuracy in games. Like, we don't want to be presenting false past or but at the same time, like, I think that's the same with like historical research and being an historian yourself. Like, you will come across that issue as well. But like with the media of gaming, presenting, I think that the developers have a responsibility in understanding the context of that history, and presenting it in a way that is not, harmful, like, and like just a blatant misrepresentation. Yes, there is like freedom for creative exploration within historical understandings of the past, but I think they do have a responsibility. One thing with Valhalla was that they really pushed forward that they were having a historically grounded game, and unfortunately there was like a lot, but then I saw them lean heavily into mythology within the narrative, and they had an opportunity there to not do that. Like, they did what every other game is doing now with Viking history and just heavily leaning into mythology. Whereas, like, we want to see history. People are interested in history. We're not just these, like, I don't know. There's that whole romanticism around Vikings right now that you see.
Yes, there is.
Yes. And then so I guess now that we're playing New World today, it's like you do have opportunities as developers to create games that make people think critically. And the way that Valhalla had represented the Vikings was like, okay, you can't harm like priests, there is no existence of a slave trade. And with New World, there's no they have completely erased any native peoples from this island, and what you're colonizing into a complete empty existence on an island. It's an erasure of history. That is what we see in our real world. And companies have this responsibility to have this context. Like, and there is no excuse. And that's why with Valhalla, my family, my community, they know how much it like riles me up sometimes, because like they did have a responsibility to, and I'm really hardball on this. There's no excuse for not including slavery in that game. And people aren't stupid. Like, you can present that in a way that isn't going to fantasize the concept of slavery, but have faith in how people interact with historical games. Have faith in their intellectuality and their critical thinking and awareness, and stop just dumbing shit down for
Yep.
gamers. Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly
No.
what I think, Ludo.
I think, I mean, not dumbing it down, I think, is mostly the correct way. Like, that's largely how I think about that, too, which is, the exception is, of course, I know making games is unbelievably hard, and so, right, there comes a point where you need to abstract things, and there's a really fine line between abstracting something and dumbing it down. And you need to do the first, but you don't want to do the second. And unless if you're short of just be an expert, finding that balance, I tend to have sympathy for when they miss, as long as they're close. As long as they're close.
Yeah, there's definitely developers that attempt this. And like, I can respect that. Like, no game is going to be perfect. But then you have like games like New World. Like, I do enjoy playing New World. Luckily, I've had enough education in my life to understand. And as soon as I started playing that game, I was like, what, colonialism simulator? Like, what is this? And who are these zombies? Who are they really? And then, right? But I think that they definitely, they just grabbed, and this, okay, it's Amazon, makes it worse anyway, because they're just Amazon big company, you know, have like, I don't know, it's just them creating a game like this, not engaging with like even just Native Americans because they are borrowing from this period of history, but they ignore that completely. Native Americans experienced throughout that period, and they have a responsibility to do that, to present that history right, engage with that. And I'm sorry for swearing, I swear a lot. I'm an Australian.
It's fine.
They fucked up, and they just completely just like grabbed what they wanted. And this is colonialism in itself. They grabbed what they wanted, and they got rid of everything that was too difficult to deal with. And I didn't like that. But at the same time, I play it a lot, and I hack those trees down constantly. It's so soothing. I love chopping trees down in that game.
See, we'll probably get into that in a bit, because I think the first thing we're gonna do is go beat up some Angry Earth. The very first thing we're gonna go do is beat up some Angry Earth. But right, my training is environmental history. That was what my master's thesis was about.
Oh, really?
Was doing like environmental history with in 13th century Iceland, specifically around volcanism and environmental kind of climate crisis. And so seeing how the game doesn't engage with environmental history at all is pretty neat, as it turns out.
Yes.
And even the things that are just like common MMO mechanics just really hit different in this setting.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway.
It's like the respawn of trees. Like, I just completely floored a forest, and they just respawn like 10 minutes later. And it's like, there is no consequence to my actions against this environment. Like,
oh my god. Also,
thank you so much, Pete Boda, as
Pete
well.
Boda with the 5 gifted subs.
Yes, amazing. We've got a hype train close as well.
Overly Sarcastic Productions with another 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Blue.
Thank you so much.
Come on, let's go for the hype train.
Beautiful,
This is a great chance to let everyone know that if you follow, you get access to a whole bunch of 100% genuine medieval marginalia. And if you subscribe, you get access to 14 more 100% genuine medieval marginalia. because every single emote on my channel is from an actual manuscript produced somewhere in the world, mostly in the Middle Ages. I think there's one that's 19th century.
We'd love to see it. I love your emotes. They're so cute.
They're so cute.
I want the, oh my god, the owl. Oh my goodness.
The owl is, I believe, Malaysian?
Ah, wow.
I believe it's a Malaysian manuscript.
Ludolurk is genius.
Mwah. I think that's from the Lindisfarne Gospels. I'm working on getting all the shelf marks together for all of them for a different project. So, I have an idea of where they're all from again.
Here I am, like, with my whammy emote.
It still is pretty great. Your emotes are also great.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, I wanted to actually ask you, Ludo, and I know that you want to play New World, but also I want to ask you some questions.
I'm happy to sit and chat as long as you want.
Okay, great. So I wanted to ask you how did you begin on Twitch? Like, how long have you been streaming for?
So that's a story. I started in 2019, just after my graduation. So I was actually in talks with OSP to, like, I've appeared on their stuff since like 2018 every once in a while, because disclaimer, they are IRL friends. So I was in talks, kind of talking with them about what I wanted to do and online content creation, and they were both like, hey, you know, you should just you should do streams. You're good at it, and you got a level of expertise that gives you a really cool niche, and you should and they quietly bullied me into getting started here on Twitch.
Yeah, that's a good friend to quietly bully you into things that you're uncertain about. Yes.
So I mean, they introduced me to streaming with their God of War streams where I was a guest, and then got me into it, and so that was going great, and then COVID happened, and I got relocated from Iceland to the United States, and my internet was not good, and so streams died for about 4 months, and so we basically had a soft reboot of the whole channel, starting in like June of 2020, so it's been a year and a half of continuous streams since then.
We started at the same time.
We started at almost exactly at the same time.
Yeah, a very similar time, like COVID outbreak. And yeah, that's really cool. And like I was saying to Ludo, I found him literally just by looking up history, and like anyone with the name like history in it, I'd be like, yes, I follow you.
Yeah.
And you are probably the only active one that I could find. Actually.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's a bunch of people who do it. We're talking about it beforehand, but if you've not followed, this is the 6th episode of Historians vs. New World, which is crazy already. But next week is going to be one of the founders of the University of Leiden's Value Foundation, Angus Moll. And they actually do historical streams as well as a whole big like research collective.
Nice.
Which is
I really need to I'm really glad that we've like connected, because I just didn't know a lot of like other historical content streamers on Twitch. So it's been like really good.
It's been really cool.
Yeah, it's good to work together, collaborate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to know what is your general approach to stream? I wanted to know how do you approach streaming historical content? We kind of discussed this already, but do you have your own ethos? What are you about?
Yeah. So I guess the initial disclaimer is that I have my first publication on medieval reception in board games in the pipeline. I've submitted the first draft. It is in peer review at the moment, I believe. So as part of an edited volume. So, I actually got started with history in games on a purely academic side of things. I started out in 2018 with a class there. Woohoo. Level 2 hype
Woohoo,
train
hype
emotes.
train.
Yeah.
And I just got, I was too late. I was
No.
trying to bit to get it to the next level. Damn it.
Choo-choo.
I'm always too late. Damn it.
Oh, well, thank you. But so I guess in 2018 would have been the first conference. As like part of a class I was on, the Vikings in Memory and Media, I think was the name of the class. So a whole big reception studies. My project at the end was talking about Hellblade.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hellblade?
Senua
What is that
Sacrifice.
game about?
It's a like Norse.
Oh, Senua's
themed-
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super
okay,
cool
yeah.
game.
I haven't played that yet.
Super
Yeah.
cool game, and I actually know the person who did like the historical consulting, Dr. Elizabeth Rowe. When I was, if I had chose to do my MA in Iceland, but if I had done it in the UK, she would have actually been my advisor. So right, I actually already happened to know her and have a contact in that way. So, but then I presented at like a conference in about that research, and then from there realized, oh wait, there's a big giant community of academics that are all thinking about this, and so met a bunch of them in like 2019, the big medieval conference there, and then Value Foundation put on a conference in November of that year that I also attended. So I started off, and still am, really approaching it largely as an academic, and this is halfway a research experiment, which is real fun, and is, I think, going really successfully. I mean, right.
Yeah.
Look, 37 viewers right now is more than I will ever get an article to be read, because that's academic life for you.
That's true.
So,
That's
right,
true.
in a really meaningful way, right, the idea is I have done a lot of research into how games and history and cultural heritage intersect. In fact, my current degree, I'm still a student, is in cultural heritage.
Yeah.
So, I am really trying to bring those frameworks. I'm really trying to have a big project of applying them, because the thing I noticed in academic articles is there's a whole lot of, articles developing a theory of how to interpret games. And not a whole lot of doing like multiple games of just trying to these theories and seeing how they fit. If we apply these on a large scale, what are the limits? What works, what doesn't work? What's wrong with our classification systems? And so that's kind of what this stream is trying to be that project, and then from that to be able to talk about current events, talk about the broader ideas of heritage and how we interact with the past, and generally just like acknowledge that historical research is valuable and impactful in the modern landscape, and value expertise and getting guests on and getting people to talk about history through this medium that everyone knows.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, it's accessibility. You're also providing accessible knowledge that, a lot of people don't have access to. I think that's really important. And so, yeah.
Exactly. I've spent 6 years of my life studying the Middle Ages at this point. Well, no longer. 7 years of my life studying the Middle Ages in some way, shape, or form. Like, this is what I do. And so being able to communicate some of that in a medium that people actually find engaging, and that we actually get to like play cool games and meet cool people and build a community around that expertise is pretty darn neat.
Yeah, exactly. OSP says broke, developing theories of how to analyze games. Bespoke, actually analyzing the game.
True.
Yes, putting it into action. Yeah, personally, I would be interested. How has like streaming itself like benefited you? As an academic, or even as an individual, how do you find that that's impacted you?
I think the first thing is it just makes me way more comfortable being able to talk. I don't know. It's weird to say like talk without thinking and still sound coherent and sensible, but I think That's how
Yes.
I want to phrase that. It's just, I have to be able to talk and think fast and bring together all this disparate knowledge on the fly like this, even doing
Mm-hmm.
pre-reading, because that just means I have all the bits in my head. I still have to put them together and turn them into words, and that is
Mm-hmm.
sometimes very difficult.
Yeah. You're coming
It's
from an academic background, you know what I mean? Like these are very formal
oh
environments. They're
yeah,
very curated, planned environments. And a lot of academics aren't given that freedom that you would have on stream to uh, you know, be more relaxed about it. And that's yeah, I totally understand this. And
exactly.
this is like how what I see in my stream. Like you would see a lot that mm, with my community, there's a lot of jokes. There's we have a lot of fun with
Yeah,
history as well, and it's it's not strict. I bring a humility as well. You probably are experiencing this yourself. It does sound like you have to bring a certain humility as a person to be like, I don't know anything about
yeah,
this topic, and
yep,
like I you have to level with people, and that is not something that happens maybe a lot in academia. And you just like I think that that's really important to show your community as and I've found it very beneficial to level with my community now and be like, please share with me what you know. Like
yeah,
let's really share our knowledge, and let's be honest with each other about like what we know and what we don't know, and be respectful to one another, and create an environment where you can relax and you can and also still gauge with history and have fun. And the reality is Twitch, a lot of people on Twitch are coming off work about the time that we are streaming.
exactly.
They're yeah, they are you know, they want to relax. They want to, you know, learn some new things like outside of their jobs. And, you know, we are providing content and a platform for them to just like be themselves, relaxed, have
Exactly.
fun, engage with history. Yeah.
It's great. I think the other thing that's been super beneficial, like in the
Mm-hmm.
rest of my life, is just as the community has grown and we've slowly found more people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these contacts are have become immediately quite dear friends,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
also just the things that they know are just astounding. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with me being like, hey, you know, Emmett, you know, like, stuff about Irish things. We've got a new game.
Yes.
It's bad. Please come on. And, like, I've actually now, like, co-authored a conference paper with them. I met them
Wow.
through, I guess, yeah, it was through streams originally. Technically it was through the OSP Discord, but it was most actually, like, interacting through the stream community. And now, Emmett is a super dear friend.
Oh,
And
that's
so
nice.
like those kind of things are, I think, the thing I value most. Cause yeah, right.
Yes.
All of my training has been really good to meet and understand my own field, and meet the people in that, and be able to be like, oh yeah, I know them. This is probably what they think about XYZ thing. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
get to outside of that bubble, and so coming out here into the wide, wide world of games and meeting all these other people who also have their own expertise, and being able to cultivate friendships with those people through this is just really, truly phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Cannot agree more. Like I just accidentally just called them my family. But really, you get to because of the you are spending so much time with different individuals. And when I first started streaming, I was like, you know, there was a bit of a barrier for me. Like I
Yeah?
was nervous to
Oh
like
god, yeah.
connect with people online. Like it was and it's a very vulnerable position to be in online as a streamer. And I think I really started leaning into it about a year and a bit ago. where I started to see a community develop and then just like get to know people individually.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made some incredible friends, like lifelong friends in on this platform. And yeah, that has changed my life as well. Like my confidence in discussing things and even just like yeah, standing up for myself on Twitch, and like it's really transformed me personally, and just having support network as well. Like as a streamer, it's just yeah, it's been really life changing.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, we're very lucky to have this experience. Yeah.
I agree. So before we get too sappy, what do you say we jump into the game and continue rambling?
Yes, let's jump into the game and get angry
True.
instead.
Also continue rambling because we're both extremely good at that.
Yes, we are. I'm enjoying this conversation very much so.
Same.
We're very good ramblers, aren't we?
And we'll turn
Oh, look,
that
here's
on.
New World.
Here's New World.
New World chat. My
Oh, boy.
my friends in the community, they really like watching me play this because it's like super relaxing. So they're gonna enjoy it.
Game? Game, please? There we go. World under
Game?
maintenance. You'll love to see it.
Aha! No!
Absolutely incredible.
That's classic. Gosh, this is like
What a
New
time.
World has been so many things like this happen. Can you try another world?
Unfortunately, no, because I already used my server transfer.
Oh.
I used
Do you
my...
want me to screen share my New World to you and see if it works?
We might... If you can boot that up and see if it works, we might try it
Yeah,
that way.
we'll see if that works.
Where we reverse the script for a bit. 'Cause
Yes,
I
I'll
had,
show you my
I
character.
had plans.
Oh my gosh, yes,
But
we
they were
have
terrible.
plans.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's fine. This happens. I understand.
Yep.
Like I said, Discovery tour was coming out that week, and it was actually just like the Island DLC, I think.
Oh, right. Oh, KJ, I saw that just before stream and then immediately blocked it from my mind. The Amazon, it's the
no.
Amazon web servers. It's not that they're doing maintenance on the game. It's that Amazon's web servers have crashed.
What? Classic. Okay, so you couldn't have planned around this anyway.
Probably
like,
not.
This is not. Yeah. See, this is Amazon's fault.
So, yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll see if my New World works.
Hopefully,
I don't know.
maybe the
Australia.
Australian services
Yes,
are...
we're living in the future.
Exactly.
You know, it's just we'll see.
And if it doesn't
It's
work, we'll
loading.
boot up something else? Oh, no.
Yeah. Whatever you like. Like, see if this works.
AC, how does the game failing to load parallel real colonialism? An excellent question. Let me think on that.
Failing to load. Oof.
I mean, one could spin up something about the difficulties of like long distance communication, and therefore, you know, say like the British Empire trying to if they're trying to actively manage, you know, Indian colonies from London, it could take months in the earliest stages. Not by the end, because you have telegrams.
What about like the British in India?
Exactly.
You know, let's make this language the taught in schools and exclude all these other languages. And so it's like that exclusion of like indigenous peoples from and creating an entirely new system that is inaccessible to them.
I like that.
So and which that's I actually loaded it up. It's working for me.
It works
Australia.
for you.
We live in the future, okay?
Congratulations. So
Future times.
we're gonna flip the script. Instead of watching my character suffer through the mid game, we're gonna watch Sophie's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if it works, if I can screen share it properly. So
This might
share your screen.
Ooh, this might be interesting. We're gonna need to duplicate
we'll
the
see if it
Discord
does.
capture and then go from there. So
Yeah, if not,
technical
you can play
difficulties.
another game. Even now, if you want to do that, just let me know.
Nah, it is fine.
Okay.
I'll just create another capture for Discord over here. And then I will pin up the. We'll see what I can do to set that up
Yeah.
right. It's gonna be.
Do you want me to talk to the chat? I'll talk to the chat.
Mm,
Why are you doing
nah,
that?
nah, I've got it mostly set up. Don't mind all the. Ignore the person behind the camera, or the person in front of the
Hi.
camera, or the second version of the camera. So if we hopefully this will load. We seem to be stuck on the loading.
Oh, loading screen. Yeah. Do you want me to lower the? I can lower the graphics.
That might
actually.
be helpful actually. So we'll do that one. Oh,
oopsie.
don't mind us.
And technology. Okay, let's go 30 frames per second.
Yeah, there we go. Watch.
That better?
If I click watch that, it is better. I just need to now scale it to be the right size. We have the power. Also,
technology.
Then hitting, get this set up again correctly. Perfect.
Yeah, this is
that one.
This is some.
There's this one. This is some quality jank, chat. This is top tier jank.
Yes. Pressure is on. All right. This is hilarious.
Boom. We did it. We have succeeded.
Look at that.
We're so
Look
good.
at that.
We are so good and smart.
High tech stuff right here.
Boom.
US high beast. But this is behind. Yes, this is just some behind the scenes footage. We love to see it.
Exactly.
So scuffed. Yes. It's working surprisingly well. Both the pixels, the 2 pixels look great. All right.
The 2
so
pixels
I'll start
look
moving
great.
my character.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So what is your make? Like, what do you play as? If you don't play this game, do you?
Well, I mean, I have 45 hours in this game, so... Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Crap. I screwed things up again. I tried to scale it up so I could see the game better, and that just that just broke everything. We're good. We're good. We fixed it. Saved it. We're good.
Perfect.
So, I mean, I have like 45 hours in the game at this point, so I've not been playing it. I've just not been playing it for enjoyment.
Yes, critically engaging with the game. That's good. I have been enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, I am aware of what problems this game has, and and I think it's important to just like talk about that with your community and like you are doing. So basically, I love chopping down trees. We can go do that. But what is your make? What did you decide to go with?
So my make is whatever chat forces me to play. So basically every stream, right, there's the ability to just go... Oh yeah, I've got a channel point command of just change my equipment. So if they're like, you must use the anime hammer, I must use the anime hammer. I have no choice.
Oh no. So they grief you like that.
Exactly.
All that.
And so, generally speaking, right, I started Rapier, but then realized I actually liked Sword and Board way more. Right, Sword and Shield is far and away my favorite version.
Sword and Shield, nice. Yeah, I'm an archery girl. I just love long range stuff, so I have definitely gone long range with this character. And what is it? Oh, and the rapier as well.
Okay.
So like close combat rapier. And yeah, so far like the archery is actually super satisfying in this game.
The archery is. The musketry is not. The muskets are like not. They feel super underwhelming. But yeah, I mean the thing I like, the one system I do like in this game is that you don't have to be one thing, right? This is not your job, and it's what you do, and that's it. You get to just kind of pick and choose as you're going. Right? So
yes,
if one expedition you want to be the tank, great. If a different one you want to be the healer, fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, like I'll show the character kind of area for the stream. So yeah, you have your like general attributes: strength,
Mm-hmm.
dexterity, intelligence, focus, constitution, and then you have like your weapons that are aligned with that, and then weapon mastery, which is like, yeah, you like, the more you use a weapon, the more you upgrade it, and all that
Yep.
jazz.
Though I have
Yeah.
to say, Void Gauntlet is extremely not balanced. I do not know
Oh
how
my
they put it in
god.
the game.
I tried using that once and it was so confusing. I was like, what am I doing? What is this? So
Yeah,
weird.
right. Because they've added just like more random magic, and so you can have
Yes.
the Halo Energy Sword or just
Mm-hmm.
shoot people. And either way, it's just like what the heck.
It is a bit random in that sense. They kind of like just grabbing whatever. I guess. Trying to make that work. It was kind of bizarre for me to see like plague doctors and then like, yeah, like
Yeah.
Spanish conquistador types, and it was yeah, be it just really weird to
Yeah.
see.
Fucking
Um
Spanish conquistador Aldous Thorpe.
oh my goodness.
God,
And
that he
like
annoys me
that's the
so
thing, like
much.
they're so happy to just like grab these costumes and this
Yeah, they are.
period and just more
God.
than happy to engage with that. And then yet like, I don't know,
Yep.
just super you yeah.
Have
What are
you
your
have you
thoughts?
been to Evanscale by any chance?
Evan scale? Let
It's
me
way
check.
up in the top or like the
Mm,
farthest west
oh,
territory.
oh, my Morningdale. I've got Morningdale.
Okay, no, Evanscale Reach should be out to the west.
Oh, this place?
No,
Fort Morningdale.
other west.
Keep. Oh, north, south, east. Classic. I'm just so used to East Coast discussions in my chat. I'm just like, there is only the East. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
Smart. Yeah. So
Okay,
the
Evan Scale Reach. Yes, I have been there. I think, yeah. Do you want to
it's
fast travel there?
so wild. Yes, because I haven't shown it on stream yet.
All right,
We've
let's
seen
go
the
that
very
way.
edge of it. I since got into the center, and it was hilariously bad. Cause
Uh huh.
it's it's the one randomly Chinese themed area.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, literally everywhere else in the game I've been so far is like early modern European.
Mm-hmm.
It's the architecture seems to me to be mostly Ming. So
Ming, Ming
late
Dynasty.
yeah
Yeah.
late or post medieval China, except the undead queen or undead empress of the whole area is from the Zhou dynasty, about
And
1500 years earlier.
see, they are really just like grab picking what they like. And just like, let's make a big um soup, big
Uh huh.
nasty soup.
Exactly. And so, yeah, instead of
Wait,
mountain
where's the fast travel?
lions, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they have rainbow-colored tigers, and instead of turkeys, they have peacocks.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
bad.
So it's super going into that like Oriental kind of
Oh yeah,
fantasy. Oh no. Um,
it
we
is.
hate that word for
Eh, oh
Oriental,
yeah, yeah.
don't we? NLP. um.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, East Coast, Beast Coast says
yeah.
Waddy in the chat.
And looks
You're on
like
the
chat is also
East Coast.
having some lovely conversations about D&D. And any tips
Oh
for a DM
yeah.
trying to add more historical authenticity to their game? Really hard time
Ooh.
finding more good resource and materials for a low fantasy or more grounded game. Sort of, yes. Uh, as we are wandering around, look at this place. Look at how weird it is.
Oh wait, this is
The,
I'm
are you in
currently
the?
at Monarch's Bluff.
Yeah.
This is like
Okay, that's the
the
closest you can get.
yeah. So
Yep.
where is the place? It's up here.
Yeah, you're just gonna need to follow the coast up to get in
Okay.
there. Also, be careful because it is an endgame area. It will probably one-shot you.
Okay, we'll be careful. We'll
Run
sneak.
fast, be smart.
Yes. Cliffs only.
Exactly. We've got a couple of really, really good ideas coming out of chat. More
Yeah.
funny hats because AC Esquire is the champion of the Funny Hat History Club. Uh,
Oh really?
yes.
A fellow streamer that loves hats too.
And make relics be weird, which is the correct stance, right? If you're going for like a medieval type setting,
Make
which
relics weird.
in historical terms, right, the academics will call it medievalist, but really I think the better term to call it is medieval-ish. It's just if you're going for a medieval-ish setting, you will have Christianity, or pseudo-Christianity, and so you will have relics. Little bits of saints that will be traded all over the frickin' place and may or may not be forgeries.
Oh, I like that.
And they are also super weird.
That'd be interesting to have forgery relics.
Yeah, it would be. A whole black market trade of like fake artifacts.
Yes, or like just like what's that book in Ireland is like really, really pretty, but apparently it's like a really crappy like it's just like a really crappy, I don't know, I forget what it's called.
Are you thinking of like the Book of Kells?
Yes, the Book of Kells, right? Make something like super, super pretty and like amazing for the character to bring out, and then it just like does like a very basic thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that and the Lindisfarne Gospels are both very, in many ways, basic books.
Sorry, yeah. I just like saw this crocodile, alligator, sorry, and now it's gonna kill me.
Oof. No. Oh no! Holy shit!
Shot my arrow at it, and I did that, Chad.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, we'll start again. We're gonna make it to this point.
If you can get all the way in, it's pretty whack.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Also, yes, the alligators are
this
gargantuan.
Is our quest.
We've got Floridas.
Yes.
Oh, see you, Juicy. Are you heading out?
Oh, good night, Juicy. Have a good sleep. Oh no, he's
or actually, is he just trolling
he's saying good night.
He's trolling us to your
character.
life.
Good night, Sophie. Yeah.
Yep. Get dunked on. But yeah, AC has the example of, have a skull of a saint as a relic, and there are 9 of them, and they all work.
Ooh. Ooh.
Because that's a thing. I know.
What about have like a penis?
Sorry. True. No. It's a real thing.
Yeah, penis of like a saint, and then like have someone carry that around. That'd be hilarious.
You've given me an excuse to talk about Viking stuff, Sophie. You brought this upon yourself.
Oh gosh, I love my Viking history.
There is a text called Volsauter, the short saga of Volsi. Volsi is a mummified horse penis that people worship. That is magical and can do the usual things one would expect for a penis, despite being cut off and mummified.
Oh my goodness. This is like... See, that would be amazing to bring into a D&D campaign. But that is... I need to look this up.
It's not...
On stream. My community would love this. Oh god, the crocodile's there again. Okay,
no.
He doesn't see me. I think it's fine. I think I can cross the water. He's angry. He's putting his mouth open.
Just don't drown. He's stuck. He has stopped animating.
Yes, he's stuck with his mouth wide open. He's in shock. He's like, oh gosh, this lady is actually trying to drown herself right now. Oh, please go into the air. No. I have to.
Yep.
You know what I need to do? I need to just like stick to the coastline.
Yeah, I think just running around the coast might be a bit easier here.
Yes. I should know this.
I know. The fact that they did animate freaking swimming, but also didn't just insta-kill you if you hit water.
I know. So at least do a slow degeneration of like health, and then like, so I can at least make it across. Like you don't, yeah.
Or
and
just
swimming, like
swim.
Yeah. Swim, please.
Swimming is not a thing in this game. It's hilarious. It's an MMO with 100 square kilometer map, and no swimming and no mounts.
Yeah.
It has no mounts.
No mount. Yes, exactly. We need mounts in this game.
Badly. So desperately. I can't believe they tried to lore justify, oh yeah, we brought animals over, and then things happened and they became unwritable. What those things were, we don't know. But they
Exactly.
happened, and therefore there are no mounts. I was like, guys,
Yeah,
guys, why?
that's so true.
Guys, please.
It's like if you're gonna go with like the whole like colonialism thing, like they would definitely just be riding horses. Like, oh,
Exactly.
um, right. Sorry, my dog is like crying to me right
Oh
now.
no.
It's
Puppy.
okay. It's okay, puppy.
Of course, swimming was
Oh
only invented in
geez.
1887 by Thomas J. Swimming. How could I have
Oh
forgotten?
boy.
I call
Look
myself
at
a
this.
historian. Oh yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, puppy.
Hello. Hi, puppy. I will like move him out of the room soon. And this happens to me every stream. He's like, food?
Dog. Remember, my community hasn't met your puppies yet.
Oh, I can show them my dogs. We're going around the coastline here. Luckily, none of these have attacked me. They look extremely heavy weighted damage types. Um, okay, they're gonna kill me.
Just run fast.
I'm
It'll be
going
fun.
running fast. Do you like? I fish in this game too. It's fun.
I did a little bit of the fishing, and it is actually pretty relaxing. Except that if you're
Yeah.
not in one of the fishing spots, you'll just throw your line in, and you have now wasted time.
Yes. Exactly.
And there are bots at
Okay,
all the
I'm
fishing
in the
spots.
water. Okay, Lois, come on. Okay, I'll show the chat
Hello.
my dogs. Okay,
Hang on.
come here. I'm probably gonna die in this water. No.
Ah, you're fine.
All right, Lewis, Toby. I got 3 dogs and
Oh
they.
my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Ah, no, stop barking. They're gonna be fed. Hold on. Hey, this is Toby. Toby, and Lewis is the older one. He's barking, and he's the grumpy one. And Mom is down here as well. She's just like very quiet puppy. But I'm gonna just be right back
Yeah,
and just
sounds
handle
good.
this for a moment. Sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
Like, yeah, I'll be right back. And I'll keep the character in the water here.
Perfect.
Thank you.
We seem to not be in any
Apologies.
immediate danger, so.
Yeah, no, we're good. Be right back.
Exactly. In the meantime, the servers are in fact still down. And chat, if you have any questions you want me to ask Sophie, or for Sophie to ask me, do put them in chat right now. Otherwise, this is a great time to encourage everyone. If you want to consider supporting the show, if you've enjoyed it so far, make sure you follow it. Let's see, Juicy, Cryptic, Molly, National Lampoon, Pete, and Sacramoon. Thank you all for that. Make sure you follow, make sure you tell people, and if you want to support it more, consider throwing subscriptions my way, because eventually I want to be able to start compensating guests on, because while streams have been successful as a public history project, and most academics are happy to talk about their stuff and their research and bring their expertise to the table, I do want to be able to actually eventually pay them for coming on, because I am a firm believer in paying people for their work. But the only way I can do that is through your guys' support. So if you want to consider throwing those Twitch Prime subs, which are free, once a month, my way, that'd be pretty cool. I won't lie. In the meantime, I want to keep talking about D&D because we didn't really. I said I had ideas and then didn't actually say any of them. So Cryptic, you had asked about how to do his more historically authentic, low fantasy D&D settings. Firstly, the biggest thing is diversity, right? D&D is actually quite bad as a system at doing it, so if you're using a different system, great. But, right, even if you're sticking to the fantasy races, every town is going to have diverse groups of people in it. every location is going to have people from different areas in it. Everyone's religion is going to look slightly different. Everyone's everything is going to look different. I'm just talking D&D stuff to continue
Yeah,
talking there, right?
I'm listening.
So the single best way you can make things be more historically authentic is to showcase the idea that there is a history that is actually in a meaningful way diverse and has people coming into contact with each other and people all interacting in unexpected ways and coming up with unexpected variations. So, you don't worship of Paylor, right? If we just get Paylor as our example god, it's fine. You can absolutely do that. But worship of Paylor in one town is not going to look quite like worship of Paylor in another town, much less worship of Paylor on a different continent. And so if you're showcasing really that variation, it's the thing most game designers get wrong, and I think it is the most important thing for them to get right. Because if you don't, everything ends up feeling very fantasy world building. We have the essential characteristics of the place and the people from the place. And then the contrast is if you do include it all, then surprise, surprise, you end up with a world that feels lived in and different and constantly evolving. So, just that one, if you do one change, I think that's the one, is just make religion a bit different every time. Oh yeah,
Yes.
I would run, you're getting shot at.
Oh shit. Sorry. I was like, oh fuck. Well, I saw the gates.
Yep.
So like
Exactly. You saw the gates, and you saw a peacock.
And I saw a peacock. Yes. That was they were beautiful. The peacock is beautiful.
Uh-huh.
But wow. Um I'll just respawn. I need to like
It's
maybe is there like a place that you can go
the
that's like closer?
yeah. If you go up one
There's
territory, right, in Everfall, I
this
think,
place.
right, I think,
Evanscale Reach Village.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
have
the
I
central
been there?
place. But if you go warp up to like, there's one in like Everfall, that,
Mm-hmm.
or even one farther up, I think, whatever that topmost
Right
yellow
way?
one is. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see the road that goes in there, and if you go,
Mm-hmm.
you can go around the entrance, and you can just like climb down the cliffs and get all the way through fairly safely.
Okay, to this place over here. What? Are
Yeah.
we still going over there?
What?
Yeah. I think I can actually fast travel here.
Oh, have you been there
Um,
already?
maybe you have to visit. No, I haven't.
Uh,
Okay, so I will go to Everfall. Oh, actually I can go up here. Shadow Might Shrine. Yes. Cool.
Perfect.
We got
Yeah.
this. This is
Uh,
like what people have liked about this game is that it's like a very traditional MMO in the sense that it's like a journey to like get places, but then at the same time also a lot of people don't like this game because of like the amount of time it takes to get places,
it takes
not having a
so long.
mount.
It takes
Yes.
so long to get anywhere.
Yeah. And then having enough Azoth to like transport yourself to different places and like settling like setting the inn and everything, it is complicated.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Now let's navigate. So if I go up to this road here, oh god, there's like this road here, then I can follow that into the town.
Yep, there is another guard station there with someone who will shoot you. But if you can go around the cliffs without aggroing him, you can get in no problem.
Okay.
It's how I got through there and got progressively more confused at the palm forest and the technicolor tigers with manes.
Mm-hmm. Tigers with manes.
Yeah, no, they're
Oof.
bad. The comment there of New World just seems painfully uninspired. Yeah, that sums it up fairly well. It's weird, right? it's the thing that strikes me as super weird is that sometimes it's super high effort, right? Like I could
Yes.
almost I can't quite
It's
pinpoint the
it's
year. It's
you know what
somewhere
it
around
is?
1700,
Mm.
but I can't. They like Newton exists, microscopes exist, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a bunch of other like really fine-grained details that are right for the turn of the 18th century, and then everything else is wildly wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we would have people riding horses by now, for sure.
Exactly.
Like it would just be a thing. Um, but then I see that it's like it is a class. I saw Leader's comment that's pretty
Mhm.
funny. It's a classic MMO, but it's also a classic MMO that has its pitfalls. This is so funny.
Correct. Yeah. So I guess turning it back around to fun like meta conversations on history streaming. You said like you actually
Mm-hmm.
play this quite a bit and
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it. So I mean, I've talked in your server before
Yes.
about why we should care, and it's something I asked all of my guests here. Of one, should we care that this game is problematic? We'll call it
Mm-hmm.
problematic. Uh, and if so, is there a way for us as professionals to responsibly enjoy the game anyway?
Yeah, like I think yes, just open discussion uh with people as you engage in the game, especially streaming it, that you
Mm-hmm.
have to like we have a responsibility to talk about it. Um and I think even just if you're playing with your friends, like bring it up in a discussion with them. Be like, hey, like, have you thought about this? Like, don't you think that this is a little bit problematic? Like, I think it's important to have conversations like that with the people around you.
Meme the hell out of the
Um,
Knights Templar existing in this game for some fucking reason.
yes, that's right.
Uh,
I'm actually a part of that religious faction as well, which is like,
oh, your
oh
Covenant?
boy, yikes.
Oh
Yes,
boy,
I am.
I'm
Yeah,
Syndicate, so I went for ethics
syndicate.
committees or for fools and
Yes,
cowards
it's hilarious. Yeah,
versus
syndicate was
yeah.
like the obvious choice for me.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, right. I don't know, where are you at in the main story? Have you done much of anything there?
Uh, I have done a bit. I haven't actually been paying attention to the main story. This is so bad.
True. No, no, no. It is
It's
not
so
worth paying attention to.
exactly. It's like I did do some reading today how it's like, you know, you're stuck between the new world and the old world and
No, we're not. What?
apparently really? Oh god.
Wait, wait,
Please
wait, wait,
tell me
wait,
what
wait,
the
wait,
fuck is going
wait,
on in this
wait.
game.
How the? I'm so confused as to how they think we're stuck between the new world and the old world. When we're on an
Yeah,
island where no one
that
can leave.
right? It's just oh, there's like ruins everywhere, but there's no evidence of like those people. Oh my god, what the fruit is that? That's like a specter? That
Oh,
is creepy.
yeah.
Oh, that is so scary.
Oh, have a good night, Leander. Leander's one of my
Good
mods and
night.
very cool, but
Good
lives
night.
in Europe, so is has gotten quite late. So yeah, don't aggro this guy. He
Oh,
will kill you.
yeah,
Uh,
he is gonna kill me. All right, so he's got his look at the lion, the tigers with the
yeah,
what do they have around? Is that a mane or a wreath?
that's
That
their
looks like
main.
a
That's a very stereotypical style for uh
yeah.
kind of Chinese
Okay.
Buddhist statuary.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is
Amazing.
where we got to when Blue from OSP was on uh 2 weeks ago. Uh,
Yeah.
then we died, and then we were like, "Wow, this is dumb AF," and then we left. Then we didn't come back. But chat, you're getting a sneak preview because in the new year, I'm gonna get Jeremy on, who was on for the Legend of Tianding streams. But I know you stopped by those briefly. The guest I had on then
Mm-hmm.
is an
Yes.
expert, has been doing a bunch of reading on like Chinese colonialism and what is it even possible for a Chinese junk to have made it all the way around to the mid Atlantic? And so
Mm-hmm.
eventually I'm doing a full stream in Eben scale
Ah,
where he will be the
great.
guest, and it will be
Yes.
amazing.
He will have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, probably mostly screaming.
Screaming, crying.
Yep, questioning why the heck
Geez,
Aristotelian
Silver.
elements.
No, I'm not a Japanese historian. I'm just a history hobbyist. Oh shit,
I
that's
mean,
like
you
a
you do have
wild.
you do have a degree
I
in
do
history.
I do have a degree. Yes, I yes, and I've been like published a few times with like public histories, local
Okay,
history kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I've like moved into the area of edutainment. That's what we
exactly.
call it here. And education and entertainment. I am like
Public
nearly
outreach
there.
and games criticism.
Yes, exactly. um, I actually have stuff that I prepared for us. Actually, I wanted to ask you a few questions. What is
Of
your
course.
the worst historical game that you've played
Besides this one,
besides this one? Yes.
I mean, could I answer as this one anyway? Because this one is very bad.
Yeah, you can answer this one.
This
Yes.
this one is very bad. And
Yeah.
I think the reasons why this one is bad is super interesting. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
as we're once
I want
again
to hear
flipping
it.
the script so that I am the one being interviewed, not the interviewer.
No,
No, it's
exactly.
great. But right, the reason why I think this game is worth playing. Uh,
Oh,
oh no, did you disconnect?
yes.
Duh, we were so close.
So close.
Well, I think we saw it, right? You see how weird that board was colored? That board was very
Yes.
Technicolor.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So like, yeah, explain to me
so,
what
right,
you
this.
think.
So the reason why we care about this is that the ways in which this is bad is super revealing as to the ways in which people who largely don't care about history think about history.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I'm hard pressed to say that anyone in the development team really cares or has training doing history. And I don't think they consulted with anyone. I'm not getting the
No.
vibe that they consulted with anyone. Uh, they
No.
seem to be
Yeah.
struggling a lot with the raw act of making the game work, which
Mm-hmm.
is a problem in and of itself. But like they clearly are not thinking about the history beyond what you can find on, say, a 30-second search on Wikipedia and maybe the History Channel.
Right?
And they're largely
Yeah.
going with what they think is right. And as a
Yes.
result, the things that come out of it is super revealing in all the worst ways of kind of the limitations of where people imagine history and where traditional education has just completely failed at
Yeah.
giving a nuanced idea of the past. So the example I'm going to use for this are the factions. This really
Mm-hmm.
important part of the game that they have been preparing for years and years and have been thinking about and trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they come up with? Generic, vaguely Protestant expansionist religion.
Yeah.
Mad scientists without ethics committees. And people who think that thinking is for, like, just pirate himbos, the faction.
Yes.
That's what they come up
Uh.
with in
Mm-hmm.
their big historical thing, in a time
So
period
yikes.
where guilds are like the dominant. Guilds and companies are starting to become the dominant forces of trade and soft political
Mm.
power globally. They come up
Mm-hmm.
with the most generic ideological divisions possible. And so they end up coming up with the idea that, right, oh, scientific inquiry is distinct
Yeah.
from and opposed to religion, being, I'm sure if you ask them,
Yes.
their justification is, oh, but like Galileo. Galileo was a jackass. Galileo was a fucking garbage person. And he mostly got put in house arrest for being trash and insulting everyone.
Oh boy.
Oh, J. Silva,
Yeah.
guilds were still super strong around 1700. They're pretty much kaput by 1800, but in 1700 they're really strong. Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, so right in contrast, you might get someone like Jan Kepler, who had a lot of support and was well liked and lived at the same time as Galileo and was working the same ideas and got much harsher punishments when they really started cracking down and trying to be like, oh, we need to redact this phrase, this phrase, this phrase, and this phrase. The Catholic Church is mostly redacting important Protestants, and Kepler was
Mm-hmm.
Protestant, so he gets redacted, but he gets redacted a lot less, and his Protestantism in Prague doesn't seem to actually affect or serve as an obstacle to his scientific inquiry. He's out throwing parties with Tycho Brahe like every night up at the top of Prague and doing science and being fervently Protestant all at the same time,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
that is not a contradiction.
No, yeah. It's like that was how they had seen the world, that and religion did shape a lot of people's lives that way, and that they were still engaging like scientifically as well. It wasn't
Exactly.
this distinct thing that we see today
New-
between religion and science.
exactly.
It
Newton
was
was a fervent Catholic. So why is the
mm-hmm,
Covenant not bringing up Newton? Why is it only the Syndicate who does it?
mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah. And like whole message behind the religious faction is like to spread peace, which
Yeah,
is just so cringe.
it's
Like they are avoiding everything that is just like real about the world, real about these concepts. Like
exactly.
not only concepts, but religion as well. Like that is not historically what has happened
And
with
it's not
religion.
even close. Like, I have no idea where they got the idea of the spark from. It's like, also, right, they acknowledge Judaism exists. They have a treatise. One of the treatises says, like, the Jewish scientists knew about magnets. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
oh,
This is in the game.
yeah, yeah.
What?
It's one of the documents in,
What?
it's one of the documents in First Light. It's called De Magneta, about magnets.
Yeah.
And it literally says that
Oh.
magnets were known from Egypt to the Jews to far off China. And it's just like, what the that's just in the game?
So who? I really just want to find out who put this together.
I don't
Like,
know. Jesus.
what?
I would
It's
pay
such a
good money to
mess.
know.
Oh,
And
so messy.
so yeah, let me also shill for a future episode because in 2 weeks, the guest is going to be a specialist in American religions. Also
Perfect.
microbiology because he's an overachiever. Uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
but yeah, we're going to be talking a lot about that and the Covenant. But it seems like it's
Mhm.
largely 18th century expansionist American Protestantism is the Covenant's ideology. They just filed God. They literally like just pasted the word spark over the word God and moved on.
Wow.
Hello,
I didn't think
Barbados.
about it that way. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. It's
Basically, the reason why I'm asking questions, let's
mhm,
just say that this is actually just like what I do on
yeah,
stream anyway. So like this is I am loving learning this.
awesome.
Um yeah, so thank you. Oh
Yes,
gosh, I need to
KJ.
avoid these
It
people.
will be Reed. Reed will be the guest in 2 weeks.
Oh
Right?
god.
Yes, 2 weeks. I remember my schedule. Uh, and yeah. I think maybe.
We're
Oh,
gonna
oh God! It was a dryad. I didn't even notice that there were dryads in this area.
That's okay. This is fun.
The
I
angry
think
earth. Oh boy. That's another good example of just the ways in which things are completely nuts in this game. Because of course there's the earth, and of course it's just vaguely angry, vaguely mad at everyone
hmm.
for reasons.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the zombie existence? Like who are they to you, really?
I
Mm.
have spent so many hours trying to figure
Mhm.
that out. So, right, clearly
Mm.
the so most of them, the withered and the lost, appear to be colonists, right? Previous layers of colonists that have died too many times and gone insane, or some disease
Ah,
got in control of them and stuff happens. The
okay.
s- the I mean, sometimes this is super explicit. If you've done the archaeological expedition, yet the everyone inside of that was a worker in the expedition, and they're all lost,
Mm.
which is unlucky for them. It's
They're all
the
lost?
Yeah, the one Japanese guy in the game is one of those ghosts. The only
No.
Japanese guy I have found in this game so far is a halfway through the dungeon mini boss ghost.
It's like they definitely are just avoiding
Oh, they're super
everything
avoiding
that's
it.
going to have them like actually work on something tangible.
Yeah, yeah. I will say early on, I had a big complaint of everyone be white AF. Right, like
Yes.
every NPC in this game is painfully white.
Mm-hmm.
The farther I've
You do
gotten in the
choose your
game,
character, but yeah, that says a lot about the demographic that are engaging with this as well.
exactly right because the character designer was good. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
very few
Yes, it
complaints with
was.
our character designer. But how did they apply that character designer to their NPCs?
Yeah.
That's where I think the juice is, and the juice is not happy. It's pretty foul tasting actually. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
uh, as we've gone farther, they've gotten better about that. The mid game areas have a lot more visible diversity. That being said,
Mm-hmm.
one of the people looked like that I just ran into while getting ready yesterday when the server still worked. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking around and ran into an NPC on the roads in Brightwood who
Yeah.
was a black woman, which is like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, cool. And
Yep.
then I looked at her outfit and I was like, wait, this is like the stereotype of what does a relatively household chore American enslaved woman
No.
wear.
No.
And and her dialogue was about the angry earth because apparently that is definitely we just going to and you any of those pieces individually are fine, but you stack all three of those together and it's bringing ideas of how American black religions
Mm.
are somehow
Mm-hmm.
by bringing in West African elements to them,
Mm-hmm.
or Haitian. I guess Haitian religion would be the clearest example of comparison.
Yeah.
Is somehow being like weird nature related voodoo stuff that's different and only accessible by. And somehow the black people are more in tune. It's like it's all super gross. It's all super duper gross.
That's so
And
not
it's just the
good.
fact that any two of those pieces stacked together would have been fine. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that
Mm-hmm.
they stacked all three of them together ends up meaning that it drives right into a stereotype that's actually genuinely harmful.
Like that is harmful stuff. Agreed. Just harmful for people to engage with on this game. Like,
Uh-huh.
and
And
just given the demographic that we are completely aware of,
yeah,
like,
I,
um,
Raptorus, I also hate that. Uh, Also, yeah, there was the question from Brock: is there anything historically accurate in this game? Peter had the only correct answer, in that players becoming governors of settlements, proceeding to raise taxes and embezzle money, and then server transferring.
yeah.
That
Actually,
is
I think that
historically accurate as fuck.
that is. I think what is going to happen with this game is I think that they're going to eventually with MMOs bring like cryptocurrency
Oh
into
god,
games like this.
did you see Ubisoft announced today that they're putting
No.
NFTs in fucking
Of
what
course
was
they
it?
are.
A Ghost Recon Breakpoint? I think it was. Which is a garbage game that no one plays, so like what the fuck ever. But yeah, they huh.
That is, yeah, that
They
is
they
like the
announced that
future.
today.
Yeah, that is going to be the future of like gaming as well. And with games like this, like it's already so laborious, like the amount of labor that you put into an MMO, and then mixing that with cryptocurrency. And I mean,
Yeah.
there is like, I don't know if you've heard much about this, but there's like Axie Infinity, for example, this game where people in the Philippines are like making money off gaming and cryptocurrency. Like that's like their wage, like to play that
What
game,
the
and it
fuck?
brings more income into their homes, which is like that's a good thing. But also, what is this going to mean when a company like Amazon harness that?
Bad.
Like,
It's going to be bad and
yeah,
stupid.
it never ends well with big companies like this. It's scary, and just the amount of labor that you already put into a game like an MMO and then mixing that with
Yeah.
crypto is just
And I don't know, right? The people supporting it I saw on Twitter, which miss being on Twitter. One, there's where I went wrong. Uh,
mm-hmm.
but right, we're saying the very similar thing of it'll catch on and allow for the leveling up and trading of a specific item across platforms or even across games, which is fucking dumb. If you've ever looked at how long it takes to make an asset in a video game, you'll know that that's fucking dumb.
Oh geez.
So yeah,
Yeah,
no, crypto will make its way into MMOs. I would not be shocked if it makes its way into New World at some point, and it will be
yeah, it's
bad and
going to.
stupid, and I will not be happy about it.
Mm, yeah. Um, it's even. Do you reckon that they would work it into like the markets, like the actual like in-game
That's in
trading and?
fact exactly how they're doing it. That's how they seem to be doing it in Breakpoint. Is that they're basically doing like the Diablo 3 real money auction house, but putting it on
Mm-hmm.
blockchain,
Oh my gosh.
which is just incredibly server inefficient. It's the same thing, but less efficient.
That's just scary. But I
Yeah,
don't know, we'll see.
yeah, it is.
Because I mean it's so in not very stable anyway. Crypto and NFTs like
Exactly.
and like
Oh,
who
I mean,
knows if it can actually go there.
it's blatantly a scam, and anything that has sold for more than about $12 on the market has been the result of money laundering. So, like, maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe this was just
I,
a very bad idea.
yeah, but Amazon are definitely gonna jump on this.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it'll make them money. It'll make them money
money
from people who
exactly.
think it's cooler than it is,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be grim. Uh, the thing I'm actually scared about, is what if they try to implement that on other outside of games, right? Because guess who also owns Twitch?
Yeah, Amazon. Oh no. Yeah, what do
If
you
they
think
go,
that's gonna
if they go
going to
all
mean
in, it
for
would be
us?
dumb as hell and it'll move platforms. But uh,
Should
exactly.
I jump off this cliff?
Yes,
That's the question.
fall damage is fake in this game. Oh no! Oh god!
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
oh gosh. I love
You're
that
out of
this
bounds.
stream has been. Oh my god, look at this alligator down here. It's massive. Okay, I
Wait,
made
and
it out of
you
the
no no
glitch.
you no you're not. You are inside the rock wall right now.
I love it.
So
Hello.
that it
Oh
should
my
mean it doesn't
gosh.
aggro on you because it can't get in.
I am okay, I think.
If you can get out of the wall.
Let's get out of the wall.
I don't know if you can get out of the wall because there's collision.
Maybe if I go attack this dude. Ah! He's so.
He's
This
so
is
big.
just. He's so big. I am inside the wall.
Oh
This is
boy.
classic.
So if
Oh,
you go into your setting, there should be a button that says unstuck.
oh. Okay. Game menu. Unstuck.
Hopefully that'll get you out of the wall.
Will it transport me close by?
It should take you to the nearest like stable place.
Ah,
So it's
thank
back on
goodness. I
top.
didn't know that.
Are you still inside the wall?
Oh,
Wait, are you still inside the wall? You are
let's
still
see.
inside the wall. Oh no. Oh,
Let's see. This is looking promising. I'll jump off here. Okay, we're good.
are you?
Okay, just need to avoid. No, I'm
No,
still
you're still in the
inside
wall.
the wall.
Uh,
Let's do it again.
uh,
Oh,
uh,
game menu unstuck. This is a good demonstration. 90 seconds. This is a good
what?
example of the game
I mean,
today.
is
This
this
is
a
fun for me.
exactly? This is hilarious.
I'm like driven. I am going to this location today.
Amazing. Well, looks like Nick McCauley stopped by and is apologizing for missing
Oh,
World War II week.
oh, Nick McCauley. That's right. Yeah. So we do like themed weeks, as you've seen.
Yep.
Um, and Nick McCauley is a World War II reenactor as
Ooh.
well.
Ooh, good.
Yes, and yeah, he has amazing stuff. I will hope hopefully you'll get to see it. You'll see him in the Discord and stuff. But he doesn't have to apologize at all because how do you cover World War II history in 1 week? You can't. So
You
we're
can't.
definitely revisiting that. Just like
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
But
Raptoris has given me another challenge. How does
oh,
this bug demonstrate colonialism in this colonialism sim? On the grounds that everything in
oh,
this game is colonialism. What is this bug? Hmm.
okay.
I
Um,
I've got an
Duck.
answer.
Yeah, go. I've
So
got nothing.
this is a representation of the ways in which capitalist or mercantilist, I should say, was proto-capitalist, uh, colonialist overlords would harshly abuse both the natural environment and people through things like exploitative mining in extremely dangerous conditions, and abuse the idea of people
Ooh.
arriving for a better life, or sometimes just doing outright enslavement, as the Portuguese did with some of the Amazon peoples and the Inca, uh, for silver mining. And
Mm.
as a result, results in both the breaking of the environment in extremely devastating ways, and in the destruction of the human lives that get trapped inside, often in catastrophic, either poisoning due to the harmful materials used in mining, or
Mm.
through just getting trapped in mine collapses, etc., that lock them inside the walls of the mountains with no way out.
Wow. There we go. That is like spot on. Great work. Yeah, get
Everything in this
fucking
game
wrecked.
is
Who was it?
colonialism.
Raptor? Raptor asked that question. Get wrecked, bro. That was
It
just
just
like
works.
he just nailed that, didn't he? Yeah, he's like, I can't argue with that. I'm good. Very good. That was amazing. Yeah, environmental history. That is
It's
why did you what inspired you to get into that?
so actually it's my whole family, right? My mom's a trained biologist, my sister does paleontology. So there's
Oh,
like
yes.
e-science has been something I grew up with and was far
Mm-hmm.
more invested in as a kid. And I moved into history and I was like, I don't need to do more science. What is this? And then we actually get around to it, and need to come up with something for my master's thesis. And I hear about this idea of like global volcanism. So, right, the idea that
Mm-hmm.
volcanoes, when they erupt at sufficiently low levels, low latitudes, I should say, a big enough eruption at low latitudes is going to just fuck up global weather for a while. So the classic example of this
Yeah.
is Tambora, right? The Tambora eruption famously helping inspire. Uh,
Where's that?
it's
Tambora.
in it's on it's in Indonesia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is the largest eruption of the 19th century. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Another one would be Krakatoa, which is only about 50 kilometers away. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but right, quite famously, the uh, Tambora eruption ends up being causing indirectly a storm on Lake Geneva that causes Percy Shelley, Mary Shelley, Lord Byron, and one other person to sit inside and share ghost stories. Those ghost stories turned into Frankenstein.
What? Really?
Yeah, it is the.
What? I was yeah, like I read about them all like huddling up in some cabin one time, but I didn't know that that was like
But yeah, it was in the summer of 1816, which is known as the year without a summer, uh,
yeah.
because of the Tambora eruption causing
What?
a really grim uh, hard, like miserably cold, weak summer in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Siberia actually had a really great summer, and the central United States had a phenomenal summer. Yeah, you may need to
Mm.
recall to in to get out of the
I
wall
need.
here.
Yeah, I can't recall to in. I don't think. Hold on. Or can I call to in? I don't even know where my in is.
Oh boy. Uh,
Yeah,
Maybe all the way back down
but
to
I
Telus
might like.
Keys.
Yeah, down here. But then I was just gonna drown myself. So
Yeah, drowning yourself would also work. Yeah.
yeah, here we go. I drowned
Ta-da!
myself. Give up.
Hooray!
Yay! Ace of spades. Hell
Hooray!
yeah.
Hey,
Just gonna sub.
yeah. Thank you, Jake. Uh,
um.
so yeah, I've been
Oh.
ha.
Yeah.
Jake. So two things have happened here. Firstly, I am not actually the one playing right now because the
Yes.
Amazon web servers are down. So this is actually one of
Mm-hmm.
the Australian servers, where
And
and
an
Sophie is
Australian
the one.
gamer
Exactly.
who keeps dying and getting trapped in mountains.
To be fair, we are trying to like go to an area that's like twice your level.
Yes, that's true.
Uh,
Um, but
Additionally,
I
I
do.
actually just transferred servers like last week because the server I was on was dead. Was like giga dead.
Oh, whoa. Like just dead, like no one was on it?
Yeah, there were like 200 people on the server total.
Oh, in America?
Yeah,
Wow.
and US. Well, I think this one was actually mostly Latin American. It was a
Mm-hmm.
US East server, but they don't have a server center in Latin America, so
Oh, okay.
I think it was mostly Latin American players coming over because all the
Mm-hmm.
typing was in Spanish. So, meh.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good, but like, hmm. Uh, I do need to wrap up my end of
Yes,
things soon, but
totally understandable.
I'm struggling with the game anyway to get there, but did you want to just like chat right now?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, we can
and
absolutely.
then maybe you can find a game
Yeah, no,
for your
we'll.
stream, I guess.
Yeah, let's go back to the just chatting room, and we can
Yeah. And also,
keep
Nick's notorious for dropping like World War II facts in the chat, and
amazing.
as you've seen, he's like posted about Canadian artillery company based out of Loppersum. Interesting.
Amazing.
um, yeah, but thank you so much for having me on today.
Of
I
course.
apologize for, but I mean, I guess we can't really. I
That,
apologize for my lack of gaming skills and not being able to access this
look,
part of the math.
look, it would have been way better if Amazon could make a competent game, the competent server,
Yeah, that's
competent
true.
anything. Literally, like infinite money, and they can't keep their web servers up.
Mm,
Literally
yeah.
infinite money. But no, this was great. You have nothing to apologize for.
Okay, cool. And also, like, infinite money, let's just, like, actually employ historians when we're engaging with, like, they
Nah.
clearly knew what they were engaging with.
They super did. Like they seems like even from the beginning, the idea was setting a game in the like New World, right
Mm-hmm.
in the period of colonization. They were
Yeah,
just
the
like,
Americas.
but they just didn't even like try to do a nuanced thing here. This is truly
Mm-hmm.
just weirdly high effort, super weirdly high effort, surface level aesthetics. And by the way,
Mm-hmm.
Jake, Ace of Spades, for the 3 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you so much, man.
Yay!
As
So many
always,
subs in the chat.
I know. It is great.
So supportive
We
for
love
a
to see
drop
it.
of effort.
We,
Yes.
I mean, it. I certainly think it's worth it. But also, right, this has been good conversations, and it's nice to see people supporting good conversations and
Yeah,
really
on
cool,
Twitch.
bold historical outreach because we don't get to see that very often, right? We are
Yeah.
truly because I guess where I want to kind of wrap up with the conversation is like
Mm-hmm.
we are right at the forefront of really doing things that haven't been done before, right?
No.
Realistically, before Twitch, before what
Mm-hmm.
we're doing, there hasn't been a lot of immediate historical content, right? Obviously, YouTube videos have been big for 5 or 6 years, but even that's
Yeah.
not that long,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Between like folks of varying quality, on the higher
Mm-hmm.
end folks, like you know,
I don't know. Yes, I've experienced that.
exactly right. On the lower end, maybe someone like extra history, extra credits doing, or they're probably mid table,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
some like the infographics shows of the world, some of them doing very bad
Mm.
historical content. But realistically, there's something different about all of what we're doing here on Twitch, where we can have live conversations and people can chime in and distract us and mess with us and also have really good conversations.
Yeah, definitely. I think that yeah, just we are on the forefront. It's incredible platform for education because of that, because of the nature of Twitch, of the diversity of people, the immediate interaction, um the cultivating of a community. And uh yeah, I think that for us to collaborate and engage with people on of history on Twitch is really important now. And to like really, I think that we've got lots and lots ahead of us, and I'm like
Yeah.
super excited for both of us. And I would love to have you on my stream
Oh,
one
I would be
day.
delighted
Yes.
to come on.
Yes, of course. I would love you to come on. And yeah, I just want to thank you for giving me the spotlight on your stream. I really appreciate that.
Of
And
course.
yeah, it's really nice to just like get to know you and
Yeah,
your community. And yeah, I
it has
appreciate it.
been
Thank you.
lovely. Can we get everyone your favorite heart emoji for Sophie?
Your favorite heart emoji?
Yes.
Oh, that's
We're
cute.
just gonna fill things up. We'll see how many of them are
Yes. How
mine,
many
which
hearts?
are
I will look at my hearts. I'll give myself a heart.
exactly.
Where is my? Oh, I've got a. I think this is a seal. I don't know.
Oh, amazing.
I'll put that in there. I don't know.
Oh, I
He's
love it.
holding, clutching a love heart.
Oh, I love it.
Oh wait, no, this is my favorite. I love cows. So there's a
Oh,
cow.
beautiful.
Oh wait, what is this one's your Ludo heart?
Yep.
Wait, what is this?
So it's a clip
Oh.
from an Ethiopian gospel book from the
Mhm.
15th century, where at the top of every page they've got a different little animal figure, and this one is 2
Mhm.
birds intertwined into the shape of a heart.
Oh, that is so beautiful. You
It's
get
so
to
cute.
get
It's
some
so
really
cute.
beautiful things from like medieval art. So cute.
Exactly. Ethiopian art is
Nice.
great.
Yes.
An Ethiopian manuscript is also
yes.
where we get what if the Virgin Mary had a Glock?
What?
Look at it.
Really?
This is from a different like 19th century Bible that is a scene of a bunch of horsemen, and right in the center is the Virgin Mary with a pistol.
This is amazing. I love that.
Uh-huh.
History is weird.
It is so
Fascinating.
amazingly more weird than
Yes.
we like to think it is. And I
Yes,
guess
it
that's, as we're wrapping up, that's my biggest disappointment with New World, is that New World
Mhm.
doesn't feel weird.
No, it feels uncomfortable.
It feels uncomfortable, but it doesn't feel weird, and weird would be good. Weird means it did something interesting. Instead, it was just the perfect litmus test of how boring
Oop,
people imagine
hold on a
history to be.
My headset just
Oh
died.
no!
And I'm gonna replace the battery.
Oops.
Whee! Alright. Technology.
Technology.
Alright,
Amazing.
I should be back.
Great.
Okay, I'm back.
Hooray.
But yes,
So, I
it is.
ha-
It is. It
Mhm.
doesn't engage with that properly. So
Not
Um,
even slightly.
if
So-
it was weird and wonderful, then we know we were on the right track.
Exactly. So I do have one final question before I let you get going, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question I ask everyone who comes on. So tomorrow morning you wake up and Amazon has worked its infinite money magic and you are now in charge. What is the
Oh.
first thing you change?
I hire a bunch of indigenous Native American peoples and who are a part of the industry, and then get them to do what they want.
Perfect.
Literally, just
Y-
like put it in their hands.
Yep, you're just gonna be like, we're not even gonna touch the game. We're just gonna like put the game on pause, get some people on,
Yep.
rebuild it from the ground up.
Yeah. Yes.
You love to see it. The Final Fantasy
Employ the right
14,
people.
the Final Fantasy 14 strategy, but with good history.
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for
Of
having
course.
me.
Thank you so
Sorry I
much
had
for
to
coming
go.
on. It's
Oh, it's all
totally
right.
fine. Anyway,
Thank you, and goodbye to everybody.
farewell.
I will disconnect here and
Sounds good.
enjoy the rest of your stream.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So, chat, we're just gonna turn on the camera real quick, over here. Once I turn off this one so it'll actually, work. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. Scuff stream. Technical difficulties. Voila. We don't have a whole lot left in my stream. We're not gonna stick around for too much longer, because I have finals I need to finish, because 'tis the season for that. But we're gonna keep chatting for a bit. One of us. One of us. Sadly, you can see on my end, my character is not even loading. It's not even. The servers are super dead. So, this is a great time, though, for some kind of final announcements before I actually wrap up, because I have to finish some finals. So, short streams. Next stream is going to be Friday. So, that'll be probably more of the Pathless, because the Pathless is great. Hello, Risha Fort, by the way. Welcome. I may have used some of our conversations as question bait. I am not sorry about that. But I wish we could have seen more of the game and talk more and get some of your thoughts while we are pretending to take the game seriously. But yeah, I am still not ready to talk about the Mongols in any serious way for Age of Empires 4. So we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be chilling out with more of the Pathless on Friday. Hello, Wadi. Hello, Molly. Everyone coming back in right at the very end. Wow, we just had a huge spike in viewership in the last 5 minutes. Oh no. I'm so sorry, everyone. We have a very short... There's not a whole lot left to see, but that means you get to suffer my announcements. Otherwise, make sure you're followed, because you may have noticed, right, this is actually Historians vs. New World number 6. All the VODs can be found on the YouTube channel there. I upload them pretty much unedited, which is partially why I don't try and jump between games too bad. But, right, The Pathless is a fucking great game, with a lot of really cool myth stuff going on, so if you're interested in, like, hearing, like, theory of mythology, etc., that'll be a stream you don't want to miss. Also, Austin Wintory made the music. Austin Wintory is the best fucking game composer, and so if you want to just, like, chill Friday evening stream, US time, make sure you're followed for that. And then next week, we'll have Historians vs. New World 7, because this is a pretty much weekly series until I run out of guests. So next week is going to be Dr. Angus Mole, also called Doc Random, which he is a assistant professor at the University of Leiden and one of the co-founders for the Value Foundation, who also streams on Twitch as part of a large research project in history and games. So if you like this conversation, you're going to love that conversation. So make sure you're followed for that. Final announcement, coming up, I ideally want to run a community tournament of the historical dueling fighting game, Hellish Cart. But we need participants for that, right? You can't have a community tournament without community. So I just put a survey in Twitch chat. It will also be in the description of the VOD here. If you are interested in either watching or participating in that, please fill that out so I can gauge interest, can start setting things up to make that happen. It'll take a lot of work, but the idea here is we're going to do Hellish Cart as how, depending on the number of participants, will determine the tournament bracket, but do a full esports tournament of Hellish Cart with a tier 3 gift sub on the line, with casting and analysis provided by people who do either historical European martial arts or are active researchers into dueling culture and swords material culture, and some research into the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth coming from me. So, because it's set in a historical time, with a historical reality, and is actually the best animated, like, sword fighting game there is. So, we're going to be providing expert commentary throughout the esports tournament, while we're also full-on, up to the nines esports casting. So, like, you know, if you're interested in that, consider filling out the survey to let me know. If you're not interested in that, also fill out the survey to let me know. Because I want to make sure I'm making the sorts of comments and commentaries that are useful to you lot. And so if you don't like that idea, we'll, like, do something else over the holidays. But there is a whole lot coming up, so, you know, it's super exciting. I think there's a lot to look forward to. But for now, we are still on our shortened stream schedule, so only 2 streams a week and a bit shorter streams a week, because I have to go finish making a website. I hate HTML. Just chat. I'm gonna vent about this on Friday more. I fucking hate writing HTML and CSS, but that's what I gotta do, so I need the time to do that. So I'm just gonna let y'all get going, and then so I can get to work on that. So this has been Historians vs. New World, our weekly series where professionals in games and history come in and react to the monstrosity that is this fucking MMO. I've been Adam, our guest was Sophie, the combining of the 2 greatest and largest historical Twitch communities, so big hype for that. Everyone, once again, go follow Sophie. And until next time, I will wish you all a very pleasant evening. Ciao.